What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, Nvidia, ES, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's happening with the overall market moving forward, what you should be watching for as time goes on, and how the charts are looking in my personal opinion. But just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. Anyways, when it comes to SPY, I just want to mention that right now we're attempting to uptrend as we're trying to make this higher a low relative to this low right here, and we're trying to break structure right here. So SPY is showing some nice strength, but we're going to be looking at some very key resistance levels and then break down what these charts are suggesting. The market is trying to push higher right now. We're favoring upside, and we're going to be testing some key resistance. So I'll be breaking down what that resistance is over the next couple of minutes. Just know that today is Monday, August 12th, 2024. At 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Consumer Inflationary Expectations Report. Then at 11:30 a.m., we have the 3 and 6 month bill auctions. So look for some volatility at the 11 o'clock a.m. hour. A couple of hours after the market opens, there's going to be some volatility. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy compared to the later days, because on Tuesday, tomorrow, we have PPI data coming out. And then for Wednesday, we have CPI data. We'll be listening to all of this very carefully. For other pieces of data, just know that today we just got Monday.com announcing its earnings. We have TeraWolf after the market closes. And then for Tuesday, we have others like the Home Depot. Wednesday, we have Cisco and Dole. And then we also have Alibaba and Walmart on Thursday. So minor earnings, some big ones in retail, but that's pretty much it. Monday.com did relatively well announcing their earnings. We saw some nice growth. Their second quarter revenues up 34%. They also closed very important agreements, which is great news for them. And looking at their financial results, net cash flow is looking a little bit better. You guys can see a lot of improvements right now with business highlights, and their financial outlooks are looking pretty good. We're looking at nice projected growth, which is why the share price is up, and improvements in their margins. So great news, in my opinion. Also, when it comes to the Fed, just know that right now there's a 50-50 chance of us getting a cut between 25 and 50 basis points. The market's still deciding which one it's going to be. And whether or not this continues, whether or not we get a cut, will depend on CPI and other factors for the week. So get ready for some high volatility on Tuesday/Wednesday. For today, however, the market is looking like it's going to attempt to push higher. I'm seeing some consolidation in the market with some upside potential. So I'll be talking about why that is. For SPY, make sure you watch 535, very close to our 50 EMA. If we break this, our next target is going to be 538. If that breaks, I think we could try to fill this gap all the way up towards that 541 area. Right now, the chart is favoring upside when you look at the bigger time frames. So if you look at like the daily chart, SPY is looking more and more bullish. So this is favoring upside, especially as we have these gaps to fill. So I just want to say the chart is looking more bullish on SPY. And then this also translates into like ES. If you look at ES, we're also looking bullish. Look at 5380 is our key area. If this breaks, we're easily going all the way up towards the 5400 area. So 5400 plus is likely coming for ES, and I think we're going to likely try to break that. For SPX, we have this gap resistance around 5380. Break that, and we're going all the way up towards the 5400s all over again. This is also looking a little bit more bullish. So that's once again more bullish for the markets. We have stocks like Nvidia trying to push. We got to hold above 104. If we lose that, we turn back down. If we hold above that, we're going back up to 108. So far, we favor a move to 108 plus, if not 110 or higher. For Bitcoin, I said yesterday that Bitcoin will likely dip to our key retracement, the previous basically this previous resistance becoming support towards 58,000, maybe a little bit lower, then a bounce back up. And that's exactly what happened. We dipped a bit only to bounce. So now, as long as Bitcoin could try to get back above 59,790, our 50 EMA, if we break that, we're going to be pushing to the 60,000s. If we lose that, we'll be dipping, but this is favoring a little bit of a bounce. For other stocks out there like Tesla's attempting to push right here. We have a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure. It looks more bullish, but we have this tough resistance at 200.7. If we break that, we're going up to 205. If we fail to do so, we might just consolidate in this range. And if we lose 195, Tesla will see a bigger dip all the way down to 192 or below. But right now, the chart is favoring consolidation and maybe a push higher. If we break 200.7, Tesla's going up to 205 plus. So it looks more bullish to me, a little bit more bullish overall. The QQQ is also looking bullish. I think we're going to be testing 454 soon. If that breaks, we'll fill this gap up to about 457. to turn bearish, you want to see it lose 447, then yes, we could be looking for a dip down to 444 all over again. But this chart is favoring upside, making higher highs and higher lows. And I'm going to be looking for gap resistance around 454, then eventually that gap fill. We look more bullish. For Aapl, as long as we hold above 215, we favor a push up to fill this gap towards 219. If we lose 215, look at 213 as support. This chart is favoring consolidation, but as long as we hold 215, I think we could try to fill this gap. And we're looking a little bit more bullish overall. So we might consolidate and see some upside. We look pretty good in my opinion. I think that for the IWM, if we break past 20, if we hold above 205, we're going to favor a move back up to about 208 than the 210s. But if we lose 205, there's a risk of us coming down to about 203. So I'll be watching to see if that ends up being the case. For other factors out there, we also have Coinbase. Coinbase is actually trying to pump as well. Look at this resistance in this 198 to 200 area, not to mention 208. So we have a nice kind of like inverse head and shoulders like structure. We favor upside a little bit more, but it depends if we could break past 195.5. If we break that, we're going up to the 208 area. If we lose and reject off 195.5, we'll be dipping back down. This is favoring that it wants to push higher, but don't forget about this gap down below just to be safe. We might see a little bit of a push on Coinbase, and we'll see if we break resistance. Amazon's looking more bullish. Watch 166 as key support. As long as we hold above that, we could push to fill the gap towards 171. If we lose 166, we turn back down. This is favoring upside. Meta is looking decent. If we break past 520, we're going up to 526. And if we end up losing 518, look for a dip all the way down towards 512 or so. If we lose that, we're going to be dipping all the way down towards lower levels like 505. What I think is going to happen is we're going to dip a little bit on Meta. I think we might be retesting 510 or so. And then we might be looking for a nice balance. As long as that holds, if we manage to hold 510, we could try to rebound and continue higher. But look for a little dip in the beginning. I know resistance is kind of tough in this 520 area. We could dip a bit and try to rebound higher. But watch for that very carefully on Meta. Microsoft looks more bullish. If we end up losing 405, we're going to be dipping. If we hold above that, I'll be looking for a push for 410 plus and 412. And for Google, it's the same thing. This will be the last one I talk about. If we lose 164, we turn back down. If we break 166, we're looking for 168. This chart is favoring a push for 168, by the way. So with that being said, I just want to thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys have an absolutely spectacular rest of the day. Don't forget that today at 11 o'clock a.m., we have some data coming out, minor data. Data becomes a lot more serious starting on Tuesday/Wednesday, so get ready for that. And with that being said, I just want to thank you all so much for listening. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys again in about, 1.5 to 2 hours for another update. And get ready for market open. It's going to be very, very fun to play. But be very patient nonetheless. Don't just have too much fun. Be patient, and we'll see how things go. Have a great day, and peace out.